Good evening. Hi. Um, my name is Mandy Kirkpatrick, and I am the director here at Due West Center for the Arts, and we are very happy to see you all here. I hope that you are excited about seeing live theater again. Anybody? Yeah. Awesome. Real quick, you can scan the QR code if you haven't done that already to see a program that it'll tell you who is on our cast, and it'll give you the lineup of the show tunes. And then it also thanks a bunch of people that I would like to thank right now. And some of them are our cast and crew. We're very happy. Close the curtain. Okay. Our crew backstage, we've got Crystal Peterson, and we have Kira and Luke Shackelford and Susie Buck. They have been a huge help. Thank you, guys. Our guys back here, we got Josh Waters and Jordan Eddy on lights, Christine Salazar on sound, and then Troy Lucia. Yes. He is recording tonight's performance for us, so we are very appreciative to him for that. Sorry. So, with that in mind, we would appreciate it now that you've seen the program that you put away your phones, because we want you to be here and present with us for just a small moment in time, okay, so that you can really encourage these kids with your laughter, with your applause, with, you won't cry. It's not that sad. It's a funny show. There are sad elements to it, but it's a funny show. So these kids have done a great job. We really want to thank Tucker Kunkel for stepping in as Rodolfo. We've had a few last-minute cast replacements we had to deal with. And then our director, Heather Schutz, she is our Trunchbull, so we appreciate that. Caroline Marshbanks is our costumer. And I think, did I get everybody? Okay. Yell at me if I didn't. Okay, families that we need to thank, parents who are volunteering. We really appreciate y'all. The Baumhoff family, and then Mary Smith, she's helped with our costumes a lot. Thank you guys so much for all your help. Once Bruce has finished eating his chocolate cake, we will have an intermission where you can get your very own personal-sized chocolate cakes. So we encourage you to visit the concession stand at intermission, and then we also have candygrams for the actors. And then at the end of tonight's performance, this is our last performance. We will be asking for a little bit of help putting away chairs and that sort of thing. So we appreciate you sticking around, because many hands make quick work. Yes? Yes. So thank you so much. I'm going to ask our youth pastor, Laura Parker Gaylor, she has 3 names, to come up here, and she's going to open us with prayer. Thank y'all so much. Enjoy the show.
All right, will you bow your heads with me? Creator God, we are just so thankful to be able to gather together, to see all of these students display the gifts and abilities you have given them, and that we are lucky enough and fortunate enough to be able to witness that. God, I just ask for you to be present in this space, for you to give us clear minds to take it in, and God, that you would just bless each of these parents, each of these families, each of these students as they share what you gave them. For it's in your name we pray. Amen.
My mummy says I'm a miracle.
My daddy says I'm a special little guy. I am a princess. And I am a prince. Mom says I'm an angel sent down from the sky.
My daddy says I'm a special little soldier. No one is as handsome, strong as me.
It's true he indulges my tendency to bulge,
But I'm his little soldier, 1, 2, 4, 3.
my mummy says I'm a miracle. Oh, look at my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day Doc chopped the umbilical cord, it's been clear there's no peer for a miracle like me. My mummy says I'm a precious ballerina. She has never seen a prettier ballerina. She says if I'm keen I have to cut down on the cream, but I'm a ballerina, so give me more cake.
Take another picture of our angel from this angle over here.
She's living over where she develops in her peers.
What a dear.
Honey, look at mommy.
Don't put honey on your brother.
Smart mummy, smart mother.
I think she blinks.
Take another.
Have you seen the school report? He got a C on his report.
What?
We'll have to change the school. The teacher's clearly falling short.
She's just delightful
so hilarious.
and insightful.
She'd be a little brighter than her
Oh
class.
yes, she's definitely advanced. Take another picture of my angel. I'm a never in the slide. Look at my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day Donald Trump be a miracle.
Put honey on
It's
your
a clear
bread.
smart mummy,
You're
smart
a miracle like me.
Take another. Mummy says I'm a miracle. The lamb is tiny and as shiny as a miracle. You could be all cynical, but it's the truth. A miracle. There's never been a miracle. A miracle as miracle as. My mummy says I'm a lousy little worm. My daddy says I'm a bore. My mummy says I'm a jumped up little germ. The kids like me should be against the law. My daddy says I should learn to shut my pie hole. No one likes a smart mouth girl like me. Mum says I'm a good case for population control. Dad says I should watch more TV.
Yes, sir. That's right, sir. 155 brand new luxury cars, sir. Hang on.
Look at this! She's reading a book! That's not normal for a 5-year-old. I think she might be an idiot.
Listen to this. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times.
Stop scaring your mother with that book, boy.
I'm a girl.
And she keeps trying to tell me these stories, Harry. It's not normal for a girl to be doing all that thinking.
I'm gonna call you straight back. I'm trying to pull off the biggest business deal of my life, and I have to listen to this.
Well, what about me? I have this whole house to look after, and dinners don't microwave themselves, you know. I'm off to bleach my roots, and I shall be talking to you for the rest of the evening.
But I'm going to make us rich.
How rich?
Very rich. Russian businessmen. Very, very stupid. Your genius husband is going to sell them 155 old bangers as brand new luxury cars.
But that's not fair. The cars will break down. What about the Russians?
Fair? Listen to the boy.
I'm a girl.
Fair doesn't get you anywhere, you thick-headed twit brain. All I can say is thank heavens Michael has inherited his old man's brains. Hey, son.
Michael. Well, I shall take the money when you earn it, and I shall spend it. But I shan't enjoy it because of the despicable way you have treated me tonight.
This is all your fault, with your stupid books and your stupid reading.
But that's not right.
You're off to school in a few days, and I know your headmistress, Agatha Trunchbull. I've told her all about you. Scary woman she is, used to compete in the Olympics, throwing the hammer! Imagine what she's gonna do to a horrible little goblin like you, boy.
I'm a girl.
Now get off to bed, you little bookworm.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. So they say the subsequent fall was inevitable. They never stood a chance, they were written that way. I wonder why they didn't just change their story. We're told we have to do what we are told, but surely sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty. Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, nothing will change. Even if you're little, you can do a lot. You mustn't let a little thing like little stop you. If you sit around and let them get on top you, might as well be saying you think that it's okay. That's not right. And if it's not right, you have to put it right. And nobody else is gonna put it right for me. Nobody but me is gonna change my story. Sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty. Platinum blonde hair dye, extra strong. Keep out of reach of children. Oil of violets hair tonic for men. Yep.
In business, son, a man's hair is his greatest asset. Good hair means a good brain.
Oh my goodness, your hair! Your hair is green, Harry!
My hair's green!
Oh, why on earth would you do that?
Maybe you used my mummy's peroxide by mistake.
Oh, that's exactly what you've done, you stupid mon!
My hair, my lovely hair. I've got my deal today. The Russians. What am I going to do?
I know what you can do.
What?
You could pretend you're an elf.
What are you talking about, you fool? The boy's a loony!
I'm a girl. Mum, would you like to hear a story?
Don't be disgusting! The sooner you're locked up in school, the better.
Matilda, what a pleasure to see you here in the library again.
Yes, I mean, my mum wanted me to stay at home with her, but I think it's good for grown-ups to have their own space.
Your parents must be proud to have a girl as clever as you. And do you tell them stories like you tell me? Oh, I love your stories, Matilda. That's a hint, by the way.
Once upon a time, the two greatest circus performers in the world, an acrobat and an escapologist, fell in love and got married.
They performed some most incredible feats together, and people would come from miles around.
Kings, queens, celebrities, and astronauts. And not just to see their skill, but also to see their love for one another.
Which was so deep, it was said cats would purr as they passed them. and dogs would weep with joy.
They moved into a beautiful old house.
And although they loved each other, they were sad.
We have everything.
Everything.
But the one thing
We do not have a child.
Their sadness overwhelmed them, and their work became the only place they could escape the tragedy of their lives. So, they decided to perform the most dangerous feat ever known to men. It is called
the burning woman hurling through the air with dynamite in her hair over sharks and spiky objects.
Caught by the man locked in the cage.
And it is the most dangerous feat ever known to man.
It is our destiny.
Well, what happened?
I don't know. I'll tell you tomorrow.
After your first day of school.
My mummy says I'm a miracle. My daddy says I'm a special little guy. I am a princess.
And I am a prince.
Mom says I'm an angel.
Mom says I'm an angel. Mom says I'm an angel.
Do you think you're able to survive this mess by being a prince or a princess? You will soon see there's no escaping tragedy. And even if you put in heaps of effort, you're just wasting energy. Because your life, as you know, it is ancient history. I have suffered in this jail. I've been trapped inside this cage for ages, this prison cell. But if I try, I can remember that before my life had ended, before my happy days were over, before I first heard the pealing of the bell. But you were most curious, so listen to thousand questions. But unless you want to suffer, listen up and I'll teach you. I'll teach you. You listen here, my dear, you'll be punished for feeling. If you say I'm out of mind, and if you cry, then you double. If you stay out of trouble, then remember to be extremely careful.
Why? Didn't you hear what we said?
Just to wait for phys ed. What's phys ed? Physical education.
It's Trunchbull's speciality.
My mummy says I'm a miracle.
My daddy said I would be the teacher's pet. School is really fun, according to my mom.
Dad said I'd learn the
Alphabet.
The alphabet. Who've got to learn to listen, kid.
And so you think you're able to survive this mess by being a prince or a princess? You will soon see there's no escaping tragedy. And even if you put in heaps of effort, you're just wasting energy. Because your life, as you know, is ancient history.
and today is a very special day, your first day of school. Now, can anyone read this?
Oh, me! Pick me, miss!
Very well, Nigel. Yes, I think we'd better leave it there, Nigel. We don't want you bursting a blood vessel on the first day. Lavender?
Is the first word tomato?
No, but tomato is a very good word. Yes. Matilda?
I can now read words.
So, Matilda, you can read words?
Well, I needed to learn to read words so I could read a sentence, because basically a sentence is just a big bunch of words. And if you can't read sentences, you've got no chance with books.
And have you read a whole book yourself?
More than one. I love books. Last week I read quite a few.
A few? What books have you read?
Nicholas Nickleby, Oliver Twist, Jane Eyre, The Lord of the Rings, Crime and Punishment, and The Cat in the Hat.
Don't be pathetic. Just knock on the door.
Enter! Well, don't just stand there like a wet tissue. Get on with it.
Miss Trunchbull, in my class, there's this little girl, and her name is Matilda Wormwood.
Ah, yes. Daughter of Harry Wormwood of Wormwood Motors. Excellent man. Told me to watch out for the brat, though. Said she was a real wart.
Oh, no, headmistress. I don't believe Matilda's that kind of child at all.
Miss Honey, what is the school motto?
Bambinatum est megitum.
Bambinatum est megitum. Children are maggots. And in fact, I believe it was her who put that stink bomb underneath my desk this morning. I shall have her for that. Thank you for suggesting it.
Oh, but I didn't. Miss Trunchbull, Matilda Wormwood is a genius.
No nonsense.
Headmistress, it is my opinion that this little girl should be placed with the 11-year-olds.
We cannot just simply place her with the 11-year-olds. What kind of society would that be? Without rules, Miss Honey. What about the rules?
I believe that Matilda Wormwood is an exception to the rules.
An exception to the rules of my school? Look at these trophies, see how my trophies gleam in the sunlight, see how they shine. What do you think it took to become English hammer-throwing champion? 1969. Do you think in that moment, when my big moment came, I treated the rules with casual disdain? No, 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 no! If you want to throw the hammer for your country, you have to stay inside the circle all the time. If you want to make the team, you don't need happiness or self-esteem. You just have to keep your feet inside the line. Sing, children. 2, 3, 4.
If you want to throw the hammer for your country,
you have to stay inside the circle all the time. If you want to teach success, you don't use sympathy or tenderness. You just force the little squints to toe the line. Sing, Jenny! If you want to throw the hammer for your country, you have to stay inside the circle all the time. I abide by one simple rule of hammer-throwing life and school. Life's a ball, so learn to throw it. Find the ballet line and throw it. And always keep your feet inside the line. Now get out.
Well, I must tell you, headmistress, that it is my intention to help this little girl, whether you like it or not.
Stupid, nasty, question asking Russians!
Oh, don't tell me we're not rich.
They took one look at the mileage on the first car and said these cars were knackered. I told them the mileage is so high because of a manufacturing mistake.
So you lied?
Of course I lied.
And they didn't believe you?
Of course they didn't believe me. I've got green hair.
I've got air.
And what's this? Another flaming book. What's wrong with the telly?
No, it's a lovely book. Honest, you should read it. I'm sure you'd...
Here's what I think of your lovely.
No, it's a library book.
You shared the brat. I'm late for my dance lesson with Rodolfo.
Now get out of here, you little stinkworm.
Do we have any super glue?
In the cupboard. And while you're at it, why don't you stick your stupid book to your stupid head?
Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, nothing will change. Even if you're little, you can do a lot. You mustn't let a little thing like little stop you. If you sit around and let them get on top you, might as well be saying you think that it's okay. That's not right.
I've got my eye on you, boy.
I'm a girl.
Matilda, do all those brains in your head give you a headache? I mean, they've got to hurt all squished in there.
No, it's fine. I think they just fit.
Well, I better hang around in case they start to squeeze out your ears. I'm Lavender, and I think it's for the best if we're best friends. Hide me! Someone poured a whole can of treacle in Trunchbull's chair. Someone told her I did it, now she's after me.
That's not fair.
After Miss Trunchbull finds you, you're gonna be squished. They're saying she's gonna put me in chokey.
What's chokey?
They say it's a cupboard in her office that she throws children into, signed with nails, spikes, and bits of broken glass.
There's a place you are sent if you haven't been good, and it's made of spikes and wood, and it isn't wide enough to sit. And even if you could, there are nails on the bottom, so you wish you stood. When the hinges creak and the door is closed, you cannot see squat, not the end of your nose. And when you scream, you don't know if the sound came out or if the scream in your head even reached your mouth.
All right, when did this happen?
20 minutes ago, why? She's coming.
You better hide. Quick, blazers.
Don't let her find me, Matilda.
faggot known as Nigel?
He's over there, under those coats. Where he's been for the last hour, actually.
What? An hour?
Oh, yes. Nigel suffers from a rare but chronic sleeping disorder called narcolepsy. The sufferer falls asleep, often without any warning. We put him under those coats for safety, didn't we? Didn't we?
Definitely.
He'll probably think he's in bed when he wakes up.
Is it time for school yet, Mum? This isn't my bedroom at all. Oh, hello, Miss Trunchbull.
Amanda Thripp.
Yes, Miss Trunchbull?
What have I told you about wearing pigtails? I hate pigtails!
But my mummy says they make me look pretty.
Well, your mummy is a twit! Youth, what is your name?
Matilda. Matilda Wormwood.
Well, Wormwood, you have just made a very big mistake.
Just so you all know, she's my best friend.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Completely different cause, sir. Green hair? Yeah, it was, National Green Hair Day, a celebration of all the wonderful green things in the world, like lettuce and, snot. Tomorrow at 1? Absolutely, sir. Bye-bye, sir. Now that is how you do. I'm gonna leave this on. Looks like rain.
Who is it?
It's Miss Honey, Matilda's teacher.
Bit busy right now.
It'll only be a moment.
Oh well, come in if you must. This is my dance partner, Rodolfo.
Ciao.
Oh, parle Italiano. Bene.
What? Who is this, babe? You know interruptions due to my energy flow.
What was it you wanted, Miss Chutney?
It's Miss Honey. Well, as you know, Matilda is in the bottom class, and children in the bottom class aren't really expected to read.
Well, stop her reading then. Lord knows we've tried.
I'm in the zone, doll. I can feel it in my hips. Don't waste this.
I'm not in favor of girls getting all clever pants, Miss Hussey. Looks are more important than books. You chose books. I chose looks. Good day.
Stop being pathetic, Jenny. Just get on your feet, Jenny. You are going to march in there and give them a piece of your mind. Leave it alone, Jenny. The more that you try, the more you just look like a fool. This is not your problem. You've not got the spine. You are a teacher. Just go back to school. But this little girl. This miracle, she seems not to know that she's special at all. And what sort of teacher would I be if I let this little girl fall? I can see this little girl needs somebody strong to fight by her side. Instead, she's found me, pathetic little me. And another door closes, and Jenny's outside.
And so, the great day arrived. Everything was arranged by the acrobat sister, a frightening woman who used to be an Olympic-class hammer thrower and who loved nothing better than to scare the children of the town. Suddenly, out came the escapologist.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the burning woman hurling through the air with dynamite in her hair over sharks and spiky objects caught by the man locked in the cage has been cancelled.
No!
Cancelled because my wife is pregnant.
So it has a happy ending?
No. Just then, the acrobat sister stepped forward and produced a contract.
I have paid for the posters, publicity, the catering, the toilet facilities. Where is my profit? A contract is a contract. You will perform on this day or off to prison you both shall go.
No! No! What happens next?
I don't know yet. I'll tell you tomorrow.
Matilda, starting tomorrow, I shall bring in a selection of very clever books that will challenge your mind. You may sit and read them while I teach the class, and if you have any questions, well, I shall do my best to answer them. How does that sound? Matilda, why, this is the biggest hug in the world. You're going to squeeze all the air out of me.
Matilda Wormwood.
Yes, Miss Trunchbull?
No. See you admit it, do you?
Admit what, Miss Trunchbull?
This morning, this foul carbuncle sneaked like a serpent into the kitchen and stole a piece of my private chocolate cake right off of my tea tray.
No, I did not.
Miss Trunchbull, Matilda's been here all morning.
Oh, sticking up for the little spitball, are we? I will have you know that this crime took place before school started. Therefore, she is guilty.
Okay, look, I stole the cake! And I was honestly, really, definitely, sort of, almost thinking about owning up. Maybe. But I was having a lot of trouble with my belly. The Trunchbull's cake was so good that I had scoffed it down too quickly, and now it was beginning to fight back. See?
I didn't do anything.
You are a crook and a criminal, and I am now going to crush you.
Chocolatey gas wafted from my mouth and drifted full into the face of Trunchbull.
Trotter.
Yes, miss?
You liked my cake, didn't you?
Yes, Miss Trunchbull. And I'm very sorry, but
Well, as long as you enjoyed it, that's the main thing.
is it?
Yes, Bog Trotter, it is.
Oh, well, I did. Thank you.
Wonderful. Marvelous. Ooh, that makes me so happy. It gives me a warm glow in my lower intestine. Oh, cook! What's the matter, Bog Trotter? Lost your appetite?
Well, yes, I'm full.
I will say when you are full, and criminals like you are not full until you have eaten the entire cake.
What?
No buts! Eat!
Headmistress, he'll be sick.
He should have thought of that before he decided to steal my cake.
He can't.
He might explode.
A single slice, or even two, Bruce, might have been nice. But even you, Bruce, have to admit, between you and it, there's not a lot of difference in size. He can't, Bruce!
Surely can't.
You are the man, Bruce!
He might explode.
He's quite elastic!
He's going to go, make it stop.
He's fantastic, look at him go! Bruce! You'll never again be subject to abuse when you're immense caboose to call a truce, Bruce! With every soul of you are tied to meet the noose. We never thought it was possible, but here it is coming true. We can have our cake and eat it too. The time has come to put that tumbly tongue to use. No excuse, Bruce. Without your belt, I think you want your trousers loose. Oh, stuff it in, Bruce. You're almost finished. Bruce, you'll fit it in. Whatever you do, just don't give in. Don't let her win. Come on, Bruce, be our hero. Cover yourself in chocolate glory.
Go on, Brucey. Yes, yes. So sorry, Miss Trunchbull. I got carried away.
Oh, that's okay, Jenna. We all get carried away sometimes. Even me. Well done, Bog Trotter. Good show.
Thank you, Miss Trunchbull.
Well, come along, Bog Trotter.
What? Where?
Oh, did I not mention? That was the first part of your punishment. Oh, there's more. The second part. And the second part is joking!
Headmistress, you can't.
Do you actually think I'd let these maggots get the best of me? What do you think I am, Miss Honey? A weakling? An idiot? You? Come along, Bog Trotter. No, go! Please! Time to go! You're next. Stop it.
That's not right.
when I grow up, I will be tall enough to reach the branches that I need to reach to climb the trees you get to climb when you're grown up. And when I grow up, I will be smart enough to answer all the questions that you need to know the answers to before you're grown up.
And when I grow up, I will eat sweets every day on the way to work, and I will go to bed late every night.
And I will wake up when the sun comes up, and I will watch cartoons until my eyes go square. And I won't care, 'cause I'll be all grown up when I grow up. When I grow up, I will be strong enough to carry all the heavy things you have to haul around with you when you're a grown up. And when I grow up, I will be brave enough to fight the creatures that you have to fight beneath the bed each night to be a grown up. And when I grow up, I will have treats every day, and I'll play with things that Mom pretends that moms don't think are fun. And I will wake up when the sun comes up, and I will spend all day just lying in the sun. But I won't burn, 'cause I'll be all grown up when I grow up. When I grow up, I will be brave enough to fight the creatures that you have to fight beneath the bed each night to be a grown up. When I grow up, because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, nothing will change. When I grow up, just because I find myself in this story doesn't mean that everything is written for me. If I think the ending is fixed already, I might as well be saying I think that it's okay. And that's not right.
Everybody gather round. I want my family to share in my triumph. Not you, boy.
I'm a girl.
155 old bangers on my hands. How could I possibly make the mileage go back? I couldn't very well drive each one backwards, could I?
Backwards.
When suddenly, I had the most genius idea in the world. I grabbed a drill, and using my incredible mind, I attached the drill to the speedometer of the first car, turned it on, and whacked it into reverse.
Backwards.
Exactly. Within minutes, I had reduced the mileage to practically Nothing.
Backwards.
10 minutes later, the Russians show up. Expensive suits, dark glasses.
Russians are nocturnal. I saw that in program last night.
That was a program about badgers.
Oh, same thing. Then what happened? Fantastico! Now I can afford Rodolfo all day!
But they've trusted you and you've cheated them.
What have we done to deserve a child like you?
You know what I'm gonna do tomorrow? I'm gonna go down that school and tell your teacher you're never to be letting again.
What? No!
And if she does, I'll have her fired, and you'll never read another stinking book as long as you live, young man.
I'm a girl.
Now go to bed, you nasty little creep!
Backwards.
The escapologist's daughter suffered in silence, never saying a single word about her evil aunt's bullying. This only encouraged her to greater cruelties until one day she exploded.
You are useless, filthy, nasty little creep!
And then the aunt threw her into a dank, dark, dusty cellar, locked the door, and went out.
Have I been so wrapped up in my grief for my wife that I forgot the one thing that mattered to us most? I love you so much, and I shall spend the rest of my life making it up to you.
But when the little girl fell asleep, the escapologist's thoughts turned to the acrobat's sister.
So, bullying children's her game, is it? Let's see how she fares when the wrath of a grown man stands before her.
But that was the last the little girl ever saw of her father.
What are you doing with those books, woman?
They're for Matilda.
Not on my watch. There is an age for reading and an age for being a filthy little toad. These are toads. Isn't that right, Bog Trotter?
Yes, Miss Trunchbull, only Bog Trotter here is now a good toad.
Sit. Miss Honey, you believe in sympathy and fluffiness in books and stories. That is not teaching. In order to teach the child, you must first break the child. Quiet, you maggots!
But no one was speaking, Miss Trunchbull.
Miss Honey, when I say quiet, you maggots, you are entirely included in that statement. Now where is my water?
I'll get it, Miss Trunchbull.
Stupid girl. Look at you. Flabby! Disgusting! Revolting, I say. I think it's time we toughened you up with a little bit of phys ed. This school of late has started reeking. Quiet, maggots, when I'm speaking. Reeking with the most disturbing scent Only the finest nostrils smell it, but I know it oh too well. It is the odor of rebellion. It's the bouquet of dissent. The smell of rebellion comes out in the sweat, and Viz Ed will get you sweating. And it won't be long before I smell the pong of aiding and abetting. A bit of Viz Ed will show us who has a head full of rebellious thoughts. Hold, hold, just like a rotten egg floats to the top of a bucket of water. A whiff of insurgence, the pong of dissent, the reek of prepubescent protest, the funk of defiance, the odor of coup, the waft of anarchy in progress.
Please, miss, please.
Once we've exorcised these demons, they shall be too pooped for scheming. Some double-time discipline should stop the rot from setting in. All right, let's step it up. Double time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Discipline, discipline for children who aren't listening. The miss I need a tissue is an issue we can fix. There is no mystery to mastering the art of classroom mistressing. It's discipline, discipline,
Discipline.
The smell of rebellion, the reek of prepubescent parting, a whiff of resistance, the pong of dissent, the waft of moral fiber rotting. Let's bring this odor home. The smell of rebellion, the stench of revolt, the reek of insubordination, a whiff of resistance, the pong of dissent. And I will not stop till you are squashed, till this rebellion is quashed, till glorious sweaty discipline has washed its sickening scent away.
Look at what I found. A newt. I'm gonna put it into trench ball.
Quiet! Took you so long. I don't think this is teaching at all. I think it's just cruelty.
That's because, Miss Honey, you are pathetic. You are weak, and you are, in fact, a sniveling little newt. Who put a newt in my water? You!
No, I didn't.
You are a liar and a malicious little sinner!
Oh, stop.
Leave him alone, you big fat bully.
What did you say? You are not fit to be in this school. You ought to be in prison, in the deepest, darkest, dankest prison. I ought to have you strapped to a trolley and wheeled out of here with a muzzle over your mouth. I shall!
Have you ever wondered what I have about how when I say red, for example, there's no way of knowing if red means the same thing in your head as red means in my head when someone says red? I'm not sure, but I wonder if inside my head I'm just a bit different from some of my friends. These answers that come into my mind unbidden, these stories delivered to me fully written. When everyone shouts like they seem to like shouting, the noise in my head is incredibly loud. And I just wish they'd stop, my dad and my mum and the telly, and stories would stop for just once. And I'm sorry, I'm not quite explaining it right. The noise becomes anger and the anger is light. And this burning inside me would usually fade, but it is on today. And the heat and the shouting in my heart is pounding, my eyes are burning, and suddenly everything is quiet. Like silence, but not really silent. just that still sort of quiet, like the sound of a page being turned in a book, or a pause in a walk in the woods. And though the people around me, their mouths are still moving, the words they are forming cannot reach me anymore. And it is quiet, and I am warm, like I've sailed into the eye of the storm. Go on, tip, tip over, tip, tip over.
I tell you, there is no length I shall not go, no punishment I shall not. What's that? Ooh, what's that? What's happened? Oh, the newt! Oh, it's heading north! Oh, the newt! I got a newt in my knickers! Oh, I got a newt! Oh, I got a newt in my knickers! Oh, I got a newt in my knickers! Oh, you're going to get this one! Oh, I got a newt in my knickers!
Well, that was interesting. I think we'd all better go home while we still can.
Yay!
Matilda?
Watch. I moved it with my eyes. Am I strange?
Would you fancy a nice cup of tea?
What do you think it is, this thing with my eyes?
I can't pretend that I know, Matilda, but I don't think it's something we should be frightened of. I think it's something to do with that incredible mind of yours.
You mean there's no room in my head for all my brains, so they have to squish out through my eyes?
Well, not exactly, but yes, something like that. You certainly are a special girl, Matilda. I met your mother. She's unusual. What about your father? Is he proud to have a daughter as clever as you are?
Oh yes, he's always saying, Matilda, I'm so proud to have a daughter as... That's not true, Miss Honey. He calls me a liar and a cheat and a nasty little creep.
Oh, I see. Well, here we are, home sweet home.
Are you poor?
Yes, I am. Very.
Well, don't they pay teachers very much?
Well, they don't, actually, but I am even poorer than most because of other reasons. But I used to live with my aunt, and one day I was out walking and I came across this old shed. I fell completely in love with it. I ran to the farmer and begged him to let me move in. He thought I was mad, but he agreed, and I've lived here ever since.
But, Miss Honey, you can't live in a shed.
I'm not strong like you, Matilda. My father died when I was very young. Magnus was his name, and he was very kind. But when he was gone, my aunt became my legal guardian. She was mean and cruel like you can hardly imagine. And then when I got my job as a teacher, she presented me with a bill for looking after me all those years. She made me sign a contract to pay her back every penny. She even produced a document that said my father had given her his entire house.
And you really think he did that? Just gave her his house?
I find it hard to believe.
You think she did him in, don't you, Miss Honey?
I can't say, Matilda. All I know is that years of being bullied by that woman has made me, well, pathetic. I was trapped.
Let's go to the police.
What? No, we can't. We have no evidence. Besides, my aunt is a much respected...
Who is she?
Matilda, I can't say.
Who is she?
Matilda, I can't.
Who is she?
She's Miss...
Miss Trunchbull?
Yes.
Class, today we are going to have a very special spelling test. Any child who gets one single answer wrong shall go to Chokey. What are you looking at?
You, Eric. Spell newt.
Newt. N-E-W-T. Newt.
What?
Miss Honey taught us. She's very good at teaching.
You, stand up, turn around. Spell the one thing you all are. Revolting.
Revolting. R-E-V-O-L-T-I-N-G. Revolting.
You're cheating.
I've taught them, that's all, with kindness and patience and respect.
How dare you bring those words into my classroom? You know nothing of teaching, and I shall prove it. You spell antilactomanial septichlorictimosis.
But that's not a word, you just made it up.
Spell or go to Chokey. I should warn you, there are silent letters.
A-M-C-H-E-L-L-A-K?
Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm so sorry. It was a silent Z. You're going to Chokey. Let's go. Come on now, don't be afraid.
C-A-F. Cat.
I got it wrong too, miss. You're going to have to put me in Chokey.
What? Dog. D-Y-P. And me.
Cable. X-A-B-F-Y. And me.
What is going on? You stop this instant.
You can't put us all in the Chokey. Banana. G-B-T-A-A-L.
Fully. P-Y-Q-R-G-R-B-S-W.
Revolting!
Get out! Stop it! Revolting!
You have to put me in Chokey too, miss. Oh, you can't put us all into Chokey. Do you think I didn't think of that already? I have Chokeys for each and every one of you.
Who's writing on the chalkboard?
Agatha.
Agatha, this is Magnus.
Agnes.
Give my Jenny back her house. Then leave, or I will get you.
No! What is going on? No!
Like you got me.
Run, 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 Never again will she get the best of me. Never again will she take away my freedom. And we won't forget the day we fought for the right to be a little bit naughty.
Never again.
With the turkey jaw slam.
Never again.
Will I be bullied and
Never again.
will I doubt it when
My mom says I'm a miracle. Never again.
Never again will we live behind bars.
Never again will we know we are revolting children living in revolting times. We sing revolting songs, using revolting rhymes. We'll be revolting children till our revolting's done. And we'll have the trust for revolting. We're revolting. We are revolting children living in revolting times. We sing revolting songs, using revolting rhymes. We'll be revolting children till our revolting's done. And we'll have the trust for revolting. We're revolting.
We will become a singing chord.
Pick up your pumpkin stick and use it as a sword.
Never again will we be ignored.
We'll find out where the clock is stored.
And draw rude pictures on the board.
It's not revolting.
We're revolting! We can SPL how we like, and the number was wrong, wrong is right. Everyone N-O-R-T-Y. We're a little bit naughty, so we don't stay inside the line. If we disobey at the same time, there's nothing that the trustful can do.
Take her ever.
And I say you didn't think you could push us too far. But it's no good back now we R-E-V-O-L-T-I-N.
Revolting time!
U-S-I-N-G. U-S-I-N-G.
Run!
R-E-V-O-L-T-I-N-G. It is too LA for you, we are revolting. We are revolting children in revolting times. We sing revolting songs.
Down, down, down!
It is too LA for you, we are revolting.
A few days later, I received a letter that said my parents' will had turned up and that I was now the owner of the beautiful old home, once owned by my evil aunt, one Agatha Trunchbull.
Who was never seen again. The Chokies were immediately destroyed and a new headmistress took over.
And her name was Miss Honey, and it was often said that it was the best school in all the land.
Matilda was never again able to move things with her eyes. She said it was because she no longer had a need for superpowers, but her parents were still mean and cruel and called her names.
stand there gaping? We're going to Spain forever, and we're never coming back.
Spain? But why?
Because this old twit brain sold 155 old bangers to the Russian mafia.
They're here. Hide!
What if they break my legs? My beautiful legs!
Where is your father?
I don't know.
Well, the wormwood is a very stupid man and assumed I was stupid too. And that is a very, very rude and stupid thing to do.
Well, I am afraid my father is quite rude and very, very stupid.
You seem smart. Sadly, in my line of work, I don't often meet smart people like you. Thank you. Most of the people I deal with, their thinking is all backwards.
Backwards!
I can have one of my friends teach your father a lesson, and one day when he leaves the hospital, he will still be stupid, but not so rude. What do you say?
While that is a very tempting offer, I think I've had enough of revenge.
Your father is very lucky to have you as his daughter.
Quick, let's leave before they change their minds.
Oh, wait! Let Matilda stay here with me.
I beg your pardon?
Mr. Woodward, I would love to take Matilda. I would look after her with love and respect, and I'd pay for everything.
You mean leave our daughter here with you?
Dad, you called me your daughter.
Do you want to stay here with Miss Honey?
Yes. Yes, I do.
And you want to look after her?
Yes, I do.
Well, we are a bit short of room, so yes.
Thank you.
And Matilda leapt into Miss Honey's arms.
And hugged her.
And she hugged her back. And they hardly noticed as the wormwoods,
And Rudolfo.
as the wormwoods and Rudolfo sped away into the distance because they had found each other.
Yes, they have found each other.